Why do people hate estate agents? Today I'm joined by Marc van Grundherr, who is a director at Benham and Reeves. Marc, why does everyone hate estate agents? Talk to me.
I think it's obviously, the reality is not everybody hates estate agents, but we have a terrible name. And why is that? Because everybody reads the papers and the media love thrashing estate agents, you know, driving around in flashy cars, earning £1 million salaries, lying on a beach all the time. The job is so easy. That's the impression. And I hate the way that the media almost exclusively together they lump agents down, and I think it's shocking.
I mean, we've got TV programs, you know, we've had such things as Tyrone Ash driving around in his Lambo. We've had recently Daniel Daggers,
yeah.
There you go, selling London or Sunset. I don't think there's any Sunset.
No, selling London.
But there's been other good programs like, you know, Mary Portas.
Yes.
And a few years ago, didn't we have that Agents up in London, North London? The name will come to me. What can we do as an industry to improve that? Or are we just always going to be the kicking boys and girls?
I think ultimately, because property is such an innate part of British people's psyche, you know, they own homes. Anybody that takes a cut from that, people hate. And I think agents, the value of the job they do, people don't appreciate it. So therefore, everyone thinks an agent makes a fortune. It doesn't help with programs, as you say, like Tyrone Ash. What Danny Daggers did is totally different. I think he was showing why London's quite glamorous and trying to show that. And I think he's bringing new people into the industry. And I think that's really interesting. But I think the job that agents do, the value they bring in sales, getting you a good price to exit your home, and lettings, looking after your property asset for you, I think these are really important jobs. And I think the fact that the media consistently talk agents down, I think that's one of the biggest problems.
Okay, so what can any man or woman watching this do? You know, can't change the world, but you can change one vendor at a time.
I think the thing that we try to do, and certainly I try to do, is try to make vendors realise that actually we're not here to do a crap job. And when things go wrong, because they do go wrong, it's how you deal with that and how you explain it to landlords and vendors. Every vendor agrees a price and they start focusing on their next part of their journey, whether that's buying another house or downsizing or leaving the UK, and the sale falls through. Whose fault is that? Me as the agent. Every time a sale falls through, people blame the agent. And the reality is, it's not the agent's fault. It's because the buyer's changed his mind, or the valuation, it's been downvalued, or his mortgage has had a problem. So I think explaining to vendors and landlords and buyers and tenants as well, why we do a good job, I think that is much more, and we could do with some more positive programs, if I'm honest.
It's interesting that Simon Ledbetter did a report on whether people liked estate agents, and everyone said they hated estate agents, but they loved their own estate agent. And the biggest criticism that people had about estate agents was lack of communication.
Yeah.
And I think we're really bad at that, aren't we?
I think we're terrible. I think agents are terrible at communicating. Our staff, in our business, we try very hard to get our team to update vendors and landlords, buyers and tenants after every viewing, to find out what's happening and relay information. Number one, after viewings, and number two, to offer transparency. There's an awful lot of, you get an instruction, an agent gets an instruction and then does nothing because he doesn't have a viewing or whatever. That's no good. If you're the vendor, you're sat there thinking, where are they?
I mean, if you talk to Australian estate agents, they talk to their vendors every single day.
I know.
I mean, you know, you're lucky in the UK if you get once a month, aren't you?
I know. And I think that's shocking. You know, this is the most expensive asset you have. You know, even if it's an investment property, it's a huge amount of money. You'd expect to have an update if you're trying to sell it.
And again, chicken and the egg, if they were paying more for the service, then you might be able to afford
100%.
people to do that. Chicken and the egg. Marc, thank you for your time today.
Thank you very much.